patch 5.18, change in choices, new patch for Smite. It is here. Now this patch is average. It's not big, it's not small, but there's a lot of balances in it, so you guys should be happy. Well, you should be happy that there's balances, but you might hate the balances, so you might not be happy. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So the first 3 skins up here are going to be purchasable through the new event, and then the Battle Worn Achilles will be the reward. So these 2, I guess, will be through chests and stuff like that. So first one we have is Oni Chernobog.
I have walked from the Demon Gate to the battleground of the gods, and no man yet has defeated me.
Next up we got Mystic Enchantress Nuwa.
I won't let them put out the magic that is left in this world. It is so special, it needs to be protected.
I don't know if that voice pack fits. The voice pack sounds too, like, kawaii for me. I don't know. Revenge Tech and Nemesis.
Stay in formation, and everything will go smoothly.
Battle Worn Achilles. Oh, that doesn't work. And then we got Pixel Lancer
Bosses,
Scotty.
mobs, enemies, they got nothing on us.
Alright, I'm going to be the first to say this real quick. I personally love all of these tech skins right here, and I love the pixel skins and all that, and I love the DJ skins. But they're getting overdone. Come on, it's like every patch there's new ones, at least for one of them. I love them, but take a break, do something else for a second. And then we got Headless Norseman Loki. I like the play on words there.
I'm full of surprises. I have a few up my sleeve that I think you all will really love.
Jesus, this skin is going to be great. I love Loki. Yes, I'm a scumbag, I know. I don't play him anymore, but he was the first diamond I ever got, so take that as you will. We already went through that for the bonus item. Project Olympus, we got random loadouts and favorite items. Players can now choose which items are a favorite for each type of customization item. Using random loadouts will select favorited items. It allows you to filter out certain items from your random loadouts. Console Q-Pop redesign. Players will now need to use the control stick to move over to accept or decline the queue and then confirm it, so it's not just automatically there. This will prevent players from accidentally declining queues. The God Selection UI updated for console as well, kind of just updated the art. Primal Storm is going into the awesome chest, and then we have our fantasy point store rotation right here. We got some bug fixes here. Usually I don't read these, but they're kind of important, so we'll go over. Players should no longer see reconnect screens before logging in. Adjusted the PTS matchmaking parameters to increase the chances of getting a match in PTS only, or getting into a match on PTS only. Player settings and keybinds should no longer be reset on patch update. Thank you. That was a pain. Players should now receive more combination points for longer matches. Combination rewards reset every 2 patches. So, Heartseeker is now available on Assault. Anubis lowered the volume on his Plague of Locusts for that cosmic power, and thank God, because that was almost like mind-numbingly loud. It was absurd. So, thank you. And we got fixed some animation issues with Apollo, an issue with crashing. Nothing, I won't say nothing important here, but they're issues that are fixed, so if you want to read them, you can. Item balances. We got Berserker's Shield here. Decrease the attack speed from 15% to 10%. Kind of figured they would nerf that a little bit once we saw that on release. Messenger's Mask. Wait, it says Bumba's Mask here. I guess they misplaced this. Messenger's Mask, I'm guessing, is getting decreased magical power. Wait, let me read this real quick. Yeah, cooldown reduction. Okay, so they just misplaced this. So Messenger's Mask is getting a decrease in magical power from 30 to 20, and then Bumba's Mask gets a decreased cooldown reduction from 20% to 10%. So nerfing both of those, as well as the Berserker Shield. So all those new items. Heartseeker, if an instant AoE ability hits multiple targets, this effect will now trigger on the lowest health target in the area. Mage's Blessing, getting multiple changes here. Decrease the bonus ability damage. Used to be 25, is now down to 10, so nerf that significantly. But it added 20 magical power and 10 physical power, so kind of just balancing out a little bit. Speaking of balance, we got God Balance here. Baron Sumdi increased the cooldown from 12 seconds to 14 seconds on his Wrap It Up. Chernobog, his Living Nightmare, no longer triggers his passive on every basic attack. His passive will now continue to function normally during the effects of this ability. Erlang Shen, Howling Celestial Dog, no longer trigger on hit item passes. Words, man. Passives or a portion of Erlang Shen's damage. So that's a big change, actually. Each time Erlang Shen's dog hits a target, they will take 2% of their maximum HP as damage. That, I feel like that's a buff. I mean, you would have to really sit there and do math, but like that sounds like a buff, for sure. Because early game, Erlang Shen doesn't really have any item passives, and he's not doing much damage. So for your dog to just straight up do 2% from the get-go, that could be insane. Is being reworked for a more consistent effect that will allow to create unique items for both him and auto attack characters. So this will be interesting to see, for sure. Freya updated the visual effects to show her next ability will detonate on Northern Lights. Aurora Blade kind of updated some effects there. I don't know why this isn't under bug fixes, but Ganesha, his Dharmic Pillars, now deals extra 60% increased damage on the first time a target passes over the threshold. I like that. And then decrease the damage per tick. Used to be 95 to 255, is now 90 to 250, so kind of just 5 less on each one. Nemesis Retribution increased the shield healing. Used to be 60 to 100%, is now 80 to 100%. So getting a little bit of early game buff there for Nemesis. Pele, I expect a lot of changes, yeah. Cooldown increased on her Pyroclast from 13 seconds to 14 seconds. Eruption decreased the inner damage from 85 to 265, is now 80 to 260. And then decreased the outer damage, used to be 80 to 240, is now 60 to 220. So we're getting some nerfs here, big time for Pele. Let me see what they write here. She's heating up the battleground, but she suffers from few clarity issues. Her current ultimate replaces her basic attacks. Abilities that can cause confusion and make the inner crowds the ultimate effects. As Goddess is performing in a rather balanced position already. We are adjusting some other parts of her kit to even out the change of the volcanic lightning. Okay, so I guess that's going to be the bigger change we see here. So this ability damage from cone attacks now proc off of basic attacks. This means that if Pele is disarmed, she cannot get the cone attacks off. If an enemy has block stacks, the basic attacks get blocked, but the cones do not. So that's interesting. So some unique changes coming to Pele here. We'll see how that works out for her. Sobek increased the cooldown from 12 seconds to 14 seconds on his tail whip. And then Thor gets an increased stun duration on his Tectonic Rift. It used to be 0.8 to 1.6, is now 1 to 1.6. So getting some early game increased for him as well. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more content like this. Social media links down in the description. Thank you for watching.